Hey everybody, Rumple Foreskin 74 here, and today we are going to be looking at part 2 of the Wolf Runners Incorporated video that I did yesterday. Um, I told you guys I was going to show you some optional pay data stuff, optional matrix stuff, and we were going to be doing some optional missions that you can skip over if you want to. Um, if you skip over them in the normal run of things, I'm not sure um, how that affects the overall karma generation for these. I know that if you bypass these optional missions, you do generate karma. So we'll have to. It's been a long time since I've done them, so we'll take a look at that and see how that goes. All right. So the first thing that let's see. Make sure I don't have anything pending here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look at is when you go to Wolfgie's place. Wolfgie has a pretty big setup back here in the back. It's a pretty big cyber terminal. What you're going to do is you're going to want to jack into this terminal. And you're going to have to pick your programs and stuff. Alright, so after that's said and done, you log in and you enter the matrix. So there's two optional ways that you can go. We're going to go to the left first, and as you notice, as you come in here, both of these portals are shut down. That's what a red portal means. Is a red portal is non-accessible. So what we're going to do is we're gonna interact with the control modules here, and the control modules we're going to hack into them. And if you notice, like, you have to have pretty high decking in order to activate these things. So now we have activated this portal. And we're going to go over here and we're going to activate this one. Okay, so that one does not require very high decking at all, actually. So now we're going to go through here. And as you can see, we are now out into the like the regular matrix area. We have another control module here, another node. This is basically like the edge of cyberspace. So you have two different options here. You can travel from Wolfgie's system into the main matrix of the Wolf Runners Incorporated content, or you can search for low security programs that are likely to have pay data. For right now, we're going to do the search for the low security. After you run the search, you end up coming up with Grumman Security. You're going to choose them, and you're going to go up here. You find another deactivated portal. You're going to come over here and actually activate it. You have to have a decking skill of at least 2 to operate it. Okay, so we reactivated the portal. We're going to now step through this portal. This brings us to Grumman Security Matrix. The Grumman Security Matrix, the only thing that it has on it is this pay data node here, I believe. There's no IC like security programs or anything. So this is the data store node for Grumman Security Incorporated. In order to hack this, you have to have at least a decking skill of 5 or more. So now we're going to search for pay data. So we got the pay data from Grumman. I think that's all we can do here. So there is nothing off to each side. So no, programs that we have to worry about attacking us. We're going to go back through the portal, and we're going to leave the Grumman security matrix. All right. Let's see. So, where are we at? I'm not sure. I've gotten lost here. Okay, so here we are at the door control. Okay. Now, this is the other portal that we did not go through earlier. We're going to go through this portal now. This is a entry node inside of Wolfkey's computer itself. Let's see. It says the following options are available to you. You can summon Jin Wolfkey. Okay. Jin Wolfkey is an AI program that was developed by your Decker friend, Wolfkey. So if your intelligence is high enough, you can engage Jin Wolfkey, in a conversation to see if you can learn anything interesting. My intelligence, being a troll, it is not that high. I think my maximum is like 6 or 7. So I do not qualify for this. And I cannot unlock it because I can't get any higher intelligence. But I do have decking of 3, so I can run a custom browse program and search for pay data on the AI. The AI says, oh, you seek pay data. I have something that would further my agenda and which people would pay you for. All right. So then I got more pay data from Jin Wolfkey. Now, the only other thing you can do here, because my intelligence is only 8, or is less than 8, so I can't do this action, obviously. The only other 2 dialogue options I have is to leave, or, I can ask him, what he is, what his purpose is. Faculty members, you can actually have a pretty interesting little conversation with this guy. Talking about entropy and levels and all kinds of stuff, and the nature of the universe in general. And then you can leave. You don't have to have the conversation. It doesn't really change anything. So, it's purely for, just for context and, continuity of the game at this point. So now we can leave. Okay. And that is, wow, I don't know. Why am I in the bathroom? Okay. That is pretty much all you can do there. There is another option that you can go to where you can go to the matrix proper of this game content for the outside environment. That matrix is a work in progress, and the author never completed it. So it is incomplete and it is glitchy at best. So I don't recommend that you go into that. I've explored it quite a few times. I have had my game crash a couple of times, and other times I've gotten glitched. There's nothing in that area that you really want to explore. So there's not really much point. I'm not even going to get into it. in this video because there's no value to doing that. I don't want to crash or anything like that, so I'm not even going to get into that. Just take my word for it. If you want to explore it, by all means, go ahead and do it. Just know that save it before you do so, because it is completely unstable and not real. Like I said, there's nothing there, so there's not really much point in going there unless you're just curious about it. I wish that the author had finished it because it actually was pretty nice content. It had a lot of potential, so there is that. But anyway, so being that it's unfinished, that's all I'm going to spend time on talking about it. So the other issues or the other options that you have here is when you're doing these missions, there are 2 missions, and these are about halfway through this content. There is the medical shipment recovery mission and the biological compound container recovery mission. Okay, both of these missions require you to go in and erase content from the security cameras and stuff like that. If you do not do that, they trigger follow-up missions. I didn't get into those follow-up missions yesterday, but I will in this video. I'm also, because I did not get into this yesterday, I'm going to show what happens when you do not have the etiquettes or the charisma to get past this guard without a problem. If you cannot, if you're unable to unlock either one of these dialogue options, and you have to back your van in and throw a tow cable around the gate and rip it off, this is what happens. So the gate disappears and you are allowed access. The guard starts freaking out, and as soon as you walk over here, the guard comes running out and attacks you, in which case you then have to what the fuck? What is this? Okay, I'm not sure how I equipped that shit. So the guard comes running out and he attacks you. So now also when you get to this loading dock, you're going to see these 3 guys. They're going to be here at the loading dock waiting on you, and they are pissed off. So you're going to have to deal with these guys now. Ordinarily, these guys would not even be here. You would just kind of stroll up to the dock and everything would be, a cakewalk. But as you can see, these guys are, they're packing some pretty good heat. My guy has 8 armor, and his armor is not sufficient to block all their damage. So they're still damaging me pretty good bit here. The one guy did 4 or 5 points, 6 points or something the first time he hit me. The other guy did like 10 or 11. Still nothing I'm too worried about, but anyways. So then you just grab the medicine like you normally do. Come in here. As soon as you come in here, you're going to find more guards. Obviously, they're going to be pissed off as well. As soon as you kill this guy, I believe there's some more guards that appear. Yeah, they come walking out through the door. And there's a drone. So now you have to deal with a bunch more guards and a drone. So as you can see, it is in your best interest to try to bypass these fights. Not because they're particularly difficult, but because there's a lot more enemies here than what you would normally have to deal with. More enemies means you're taking more damage. It also slows you down. So So once again, these guys are not really too much of a problem for me. So come through here, and I'm going to go through this mission like normal. Okay, so now gonna come out. Oh wow, all these guys here, I didn't even see them there. Alright, and as you can see, this guy just did 16 points of damage to me, which is pretty substantial actually. Alright, so those guys are dead. We come over here. We got this guy over here. Let's see what we're going to do with him. We'll just hit him with a Chinese star. I don't even know where this guy came from, to be honest. Normally, I don't think he's even there. Alright, let's go over here. Gonna hack into this. Get the drugs that are in the back room here. And all of a sudden we got more guys showing up. I don't know where all these stragglers are coming from. Normally these guys show up in like groups of 3 or something, so I'm not sure where these guys are coming from. Alright, so we're going to go down here. Here's another group of 3. Or 4, actually. 3 guards and a drone. Alright, so we're going to go over here and we're going to grab these hand scanners. Alright, so now we're going to close with these guys. Alright. So we're going to go in this room. We're going to get the hand scanners. Here we go. Alright. why I keep missing this guy. Alright, and those guys are done as well. Now we're going to go in here into the security office. We're going to hack the access panel. Alright. So here comes the big fight. Alright, so my guy is down to mid-range health right now, which is pretty serious for him because he has a huge amount of health. For him to get into the orange is pretty serious. But we're almost done with this fight, so it's not really going to matter. Alright. Okay, I'm not sure who's still left here. Oh, these two guys. Should have known. Alright, and that's it for this area. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to loot this area. We're going to send this to our stash. Going to send this to our stash. Send this to our stash. Send this to our stash. Okay, and that's it as far as stash items go. So now we're going to log into this terminal here. Let's see. So we're going to search for pay data. And now we're going to walk away. And what that will do is that will trigger the follow-up mission from this mission itself, because we did not get rid of our footage. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to come back in another mission and clean up the loose ends that we've left here. So we're now going to walk back out of the facility. I'm going to go over here, get the medical stuff. Alright. So what this also does is this deprives you of the other, I think it's 2 or 3 karma points that you get from completing the mission and deleting the data about your team. But other than that, it doesn't really change anything. you still get the payment from your client, and you're going to head back to Wolfke's now. Okay, so now you go up to Wolfke and you talk with him, and he says, "We need to talk." And you say, "What's up?" And he says he was in the Matrix and he discovered that Lone Star has opened an investigation on you. Evidently, they have security camera footage of you killing a bunch of security guards at some corporate facility. And then you say, "Well, how does this get fixed?" All right, here's the deal. You're going to have to go on a Lone Star data archive and delete the camera footage files that they have you shooting up the corporate facility you just hit, as well as any camera footage of you being there at the archive. Let's see. It says the security company that you gave a bloody nose to also has an offline data archive, but I have a contact that can wipe the camera footage files that are stored there. Bad news is it'll cost you 1,000 new yen. So this actually costs you money. If you want to sink more new yen into this op, I can forge you a Lone Star op that will get you. I can forge a Lone Star ID that will get you into the archive. Say how much for the ID? It's 500. All right. So basically, what this does is it erases the profit that you pretty much made off the last run. So let's see. Do we go to the... All right. So you want to go back to your apartment and you want to heal up for one thing. I mentioned the importance of this in the last video, and I really can't stress it enough. My guy probably took about 70 points of damage or so. Actually, 60. Okay. So we're going to go over to Wolfke's place. Okay, so until you fix this... Okay, the sooner we move on this, the better. Okay. So he says the sooner you get onto this, the better. So you talk to him again, and it'll trigger the mission. Let's go ahead and get rid of all this pay data that we have. All right. So now we're going to talk to Wolfke, and we'll start this mission. so this is the mission to clean up the Lone Star files. Um, I have not done this mission in a long time, so I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm probably not that familiar with it and probably will make some mistakes on this. Alright, so I have 14 points of karma available. Let's see. I guess we'll probably... I don't know, do we want to do that? Alright. So we're going to go up here. We're going to interact with the terminal. Well, if you have decking of 3, you can shoot the receptionist and hack the access panel. Or you can swipe your forged Lone Star ID, or you can use the Maglock passkey. Let's just see if the Maglock passkey opens it. Oh, it does not open the door. Okay, so that does not work here. All right, so we use the forged ID and it opens up the door. Let's see. Okay, so you need to make sure that you wipe the camera footage. They reminded you of that again. Let's see. Alright, so we used our forged ID again. This looks like a bunch of servers and stuff in here. Let's see, you're going to determine where the files are. Alright. So now you can delete the files, and you gain 2 karma for that. So it's basically the same as if you do the mission and you bypass it. You get the same amount of karma, apparently. I'm going to explore this facility a little bit more to see if there's something else hidden here. Alright. Oh, 2 guards. Oh, shit. Not 2 guards, 5 guards. Wow, and they're pretty heavily armed. Alright. Let's see what's over here. I don't know what this is. Alright, disable the facility's cameras and delete the footage. Alright, so actually you gain 1 extra karma point for doing it this way. Alright, so doing it the long way, you gain 1 extra point of karma. I don't know that it's really worth it, to be honest. So that was the optional mission for that one. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe that the second mission, the biological whatever container, I believe that that one also spawns an additional mission. Oh, let's see, I got 7 karma points. That's not enough to really do much with, so, alright. So we're going to go in here, we're going to start this mission. This is the same as it was yesterday. We're going to do it the same way. Okay, so this one also has a wipe the security camera footage to keep your identity concealed. Okay, so we are going to, at this point, we're going to walk away. And we are not going to do that one. All right, easier than it had to be. All right, so let's go over here. Let's grab this med kit. I think I left. Yeah, I left a med kit on the wall. All right, so we're gonna send that to the stash. All right. And now that's the end of that mission. So we're back at the cafe. Gonna talk to Mr. Johnson. Get our payment. Alright. Alright, so now Wolfie says that he may have some work for you. Let's see, let's go ahead and sell our excess crap to this dude here. Alright, so we don't need any of this shit. We don't need that, we don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Alright. Now, if I remember correctly, when we get back to Wolfge's place, another mission is going to spawn just like that last one. In fact, it may be just like that last one. I'm not sure. Okay, so here he goes. We need to talk. What's up? He says he was in the Matrix, found out that they have a bunch of stuff on you. Okay, so again, he tells you about the ID. We've already got the ID. Alright. And I believe this is going to be a carbon copy of the last mission. Alright, so we got 12 karma points. Let's see. Alright, so just like this last, it's the exact same mission again. Alright, so we shot the receptionist. Oh, okay, well, I guess the security guys are alerted. So now we're going to have to deal with them right off the bat. Wow, that was not what I wanted to do. Holy crap. Okay. Gotta kill the guy with the shotty. Wow, I don't know what that guy, I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's going for backup. Nope, he's coming back. Maybe he just had a reload. Alright, so that was that. Alright. And just like last time, we're going to have to locate the camera footage. There it is over here again. Going to delete them. Alright, so the only thing is, if you do this stuff the long way like this, oh, it's the receptionist that I shot. Okay, so that's a glitch. That's a bug. You end up with like 2 extra karma points, 1 per mission that you do that's extra. To be quite honest, I don't really think it's worth the extra time, because in the amount of time that you end up spending on this, you could go and start this thing over and do this again, earning you more karma to begin with than those 2 measly points. So I don't really think it's worth it. But anyways, I said I was going to do the video so you guys would have an opportunity to see what the alternatives were, because I know not everybody is going to be able to unlock all this stuff, and I know sometimes people make mistakes and they don't finish the mission, or they can't get through that one door. If you didn't bring a decker with you that had a level 5 decking, you're not going to be able to get into the door to wipe the cameras clean. So then you're going to have to do that mission, and that's fine. You know, if you don't have the karma, it is what it is. You know, you gotta crawl before you can walk. So, anyways, the rest of this is just the mission to the Barrens, just like I showed in my video from yesterday. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call this right here. And if you guys want to see the rest of this content, I would refer you back to my video from yesterday. It has the complete run through. This was just the optional stuff that you didn't have to do, but I did it anyways just to show you guys. So anyways, hope you guys liked the video. I know I probably got a little long-winded, but I tend to do that. I'm also tired. I'm wired on caffeine. So I apologize for that as well. But anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Hope you saw what you needed to see. Hope you learned something. And if you liked the video and you're watching this on YouTube, please remember to ring that bell and hit me up with a like. If you're on Twitch and you're watching this, feel free to hit me up with a follow or a subscribe. And until next time, guys, I am Rumpel Foreskin 74 saying peace